During the Warring States period, the Qin state was located in the western region of the Hou dynasty, bordering Wei, Zhao, and Han to the east. At the time Duke Hou of Qin, personal name Yin Quliang, ascended to power, Qin was still considered a middling state with limited strength to expand eastward. However, when a man previously disregarded by the state of Wei arrived in Qin, a series of profound and far-reaching transformations began. That man was Shang Yang, a visionary reformer whose policies laid the foundation for Qin's eventual dominance, though his own fate ended in tragedy. Once entrusted with the reform agenda, Shang Yang crafted a strategy based on two dimensions: human resource positioning and key reform actions. Regarding human resources, Shang Yang proposed a clear organizational structure to Duke Hou, dividing the population into 4 categories. 1. The ruler, responsible for setting the vision and overarching goals. 2. Senior officials, loyal supporters of reform, tasked with crafting actionable plans to realize strategic objectives. 3. Managers and common people, the executors who implement policies efficiently and effectively. 4. The mediocre and resistant, those unwilling to change, who should be identified, restrained, or removed. This structure echoes principles still valued in modern organizational management. As for the reforms themselves, the key actions included: 1. Mutual surveillance system. Households were grouped into units of 10, where each was accountable for the others. If one committed a crime and others failed to report it, all would be punished equally. 2. Merit-based rewards. Military merit became the sole path to promotion. Farmers and artisans who exceeded quotas were rewarded through tax exemptions. 3. Suppression of commerce. Trade was discouraged as it was seen to breed opportunism and weaken state stability. Wealth gained outside state-sanctioned systems carried no social prestige. 4. Elimination of privilege. Nobility and aristocrats, including members of the royal family, were stripped of entitlement to rank unless they earned it through military merit. These policies collectively formed a disciplined, meritocratic, and highly motivated social structure, strikingly similar to modern corporate management frameworks. Initially, few in Qin believed in Shang Yang's reforms, and his policies failed to take hold. To build public trust, he orchestrated a symbolic act, placing a 3-meter wooden pole at the southern gate of the capital, and offering 10 gold units to anyone who could move it to the northern gate. 10 gold units was a fortune, enough to support a family for life, but no one acted. Shang Yang raised the reward to 50 gold units. One man finally moved the pole, and to everyone's astonishment, received the full reward. This public display of credibility was a turning point, and soon after, Shang Yang's policies were rolled out across Qin. However, reform met fierce resistance. The entrenched nobility, whose interests were threatened, lodged numerous complaints, even escalating their grievances to Duke Hou. The reform stood on the brink of collapse. At this critical juncture, the crown prince violated one of Shang Yang's new laws. All eyes turned to see how the reformer would respond. Unflinching, Shang Yang punished the prince's two tutors, one by cutting off his nose, the other by tattooing his face. The message was clear: no one was above the law. From that moment, public compliance surged. Within a decade, Qin emerged as the most powerful state in the Hou dynasty, defeating neighbors such as Han, Wei, and Zhao, and expanding to the western bank of the Yellow River. Yet despite his monumental success, Shang Yang's downfall was inevitable. His alienation of the crown prince and the aristocracy sealed his fate. After Duke Hou's death, Shang Yang was executed in a brutal manner, and his entire clan was eradicated. Unlike the state of Wei, whose strength depended heavily on individual figures, such as Marquis Wen, and faded quickly, Qin continued to uphold Shang Yang's systems under successive rulers. These reforms sustained Qin's rise for over a century, ultimately enabling it to unify China and establish the first centralized imperial state. The legacy of Shang Yang's reforms resonates through Chinese history. Many later dynasties borrowed from his principles, shaping the administrative and political foundation of the nation we know today. 1. Systems over individuals. Qin's lasting power shows that effective systems outlast the influence of individual leaders, whether in governance or business. A robust system is the cornerstone of sustainable success. 2. Strategic talent management. Shang Yang's human resource framework remains applicable today. Placing the right people in the right roles is crucial for organizational strength. 3. Holistic management strategy. His reform revealed that effective leadership requires a full spectrum approach, a bold vision, strong execution capabilities, aligned incentives, and mechanisms to eliminate inefficiency and resistance.